What if I told you that launching a phishing scam is easier than assembling flat pack furniture? Today, I'm going to show you just how simple it is, by phishing myself. I'll walk you through a dummy attack, and I will reveal the inner workings behind the scenes. So, say I'm a web designer at a big-time studio, and today I've received this email from Design This, Design That, which I use every day for work. I've used the service for years, and getting an email like this can throw you off. Look, most people would just click without thinking. So, let's do that. And done. Now a hacker has my login details for the platform along with a bunch of personal data. They could sell my account, lock me out, or worse, use that info for even bigger attacks if I've reused my password on other accounts. But how did this happen? Why did I get that email, and why did the website look and feel so real? Let's backtrack and break down exactly how I did it. First, I had to get myself a database of emails of the data for sale marketplace. That's the starting point for most phishing attacks. So what I'm looking for now is detailed and frequently updated database. Fresh data increases the chances of success. I can scroll through listings like I'm shopping for clothes. Is that crazy? Here's one selling 10,000 emails just for a few bucks. I'll just get that one. Again, it's so ridiculously simple, you don't need to be a hacker to pull something off like this. Okay, now I've got the emails, I need to figure out what services these emails are linked to. Streaming and social media platforms, the bank, or in my case, Design This, Design That. Knowing this will help me craft a convincing phishing email. Time for the fun part. Setting up the fake website for Design This, Design That. And believe me, it's way easier than you think. You don't need to be a coding genius or know how to build a website from scratch. There are actually tools that can clone entire websites in just a few clicks, so let's use one of those. I've got the fake website up and running and it looks and feels like the real deal. But if you look closely, you'll see telltale signs like URL being slightly off or no SSL certificate. These small details are your first clues. Anyway now, I'll craft a phishing email that matches the emails from the service providers, right down to the logos and layout. Urgency is the name of the game here. Attackers want you to feel like something bad will happen if you don't act fast. They prey on emotions and they use fear, urgency and curiosity to get you to click. So, normally attackers would send this out to thousands of people using a bulk email tool, and that's how phishing scales. But today, I'm just targeting myself. Now you know just how simple it is to set up and launch a phishing attack. But what can you do on your end to not fall for one? So that moment, right before I clicked, it wasn't about being fooled by something sophisticated, it was about a small slip in judgment. The phishing isn't powerful because it's clever, it's powerful because it's fast. It counts on you moving just as quickly. But things could have gone very differently had I been using NordPass. NordPass stores and manages my passwords, so instead of relying on my memory, I use it for automatic logins, and usually NordPass fills in my login details when I visit the website for which I've stored a password. But notice what happens here. Autofill does not trigger, and that's because I've set up NordPass in a way that would match the exact subdomain before automatically filling out my login details. And when NordPass doesn't autofill your credentials, that is your signal, something is wrong. That quick pause, it could stop you from getting phished. The truth is, we're not helpless. It's a simple pause, that moment of hesitation where the real power lies. 1 second of doubt, that's all it takes to disrupt the whole scheme. Now that you know what to look for, namely inconsistencies in the URL, email addresses, grammar errors, and have an understanding of what kind of tools can help, avoiding phishing scams should not be too tricky. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there. See you on the next one.